Hi, and welcome to 10 by 10. Are you looking to buy or sell a house in 2020? If so, we bring you the top 10 topics in 10 weeks. My name's Stuart Rose.
I'm Kevin Marley.
This week, we're going to be going over renovations to sell your property. Now, anyone that's watched any of the series up to this point knows we've already covered details, bits and pieces out of this, but today we're actually going to be doing a slightly deeper dive, and we're going to be explaining Kevin and mine's 3 rules of renovation. So, the first rule, the no-brainers. Kevin, take us through it.
Well, Stu, as you said, we mentioned this before, and the no-brainers, decluttering and cleaning. This is very important, and it's a surefire way to... Oh, sorry, let's go again. Where am I going with that? That's right, Stu. The first one, no-brainers, and we've covered this before, but it's decluttering and cleaning. These are very easy things you can do and very important for a buyer when they walk in to not see your stuff there and in turn be able to visualize their own furniture and the way that they would live in your home. Along these same lines, painting. Now, you don't have to paint the whole house necessarily. Most of people live in a house that has a relatively neutral tone throughout, but every once in a while you have a room or two where you've gone into your own personality and really made it your own. These kind of rooms really force a buyer to see you still living there, and it's hard for them to replace the paint color on the wall while they're standing in a room. And so it's really important that you get those rooms touched up to feel more inviting and neutral throughout the entire house. And last but not least, the small little handyman jobs. Make sure that every little nook and cranny is plastered over. You don't have cracks in your wall. You don't have light switch covers that are missing. These things really catch a buyer's eye, and when they see this, they feel like the home has not been well maintained. Even if you've done everything else right and you're just trying to find that perfect light switch cover, it's really important that you get it on there before buyers come through so that they can feel like this is their home and not something that they are going to have to work at. Because as soon as they see that, they're going to start thinking, what else is wrong with this home? And that's going to be a huge issue going into negotiations right off the bat, and we don't want that. So Stu, that's the first one. What about the second one, the rule of doubling?
Well, Kevin, rule of doubling is fairly simple. Most people think that renovations and things that they're going to have to do in a house that they buy cost about double what they actually do in reality. Now, that's fair enough. Not a lot of people go around with sort of quotable information in their head all the time, but the impact it has on you as the homeowner that's selling is when someone sees the kitchen needs doing, or a bathroom needs doing, or painting needs doing, the number that's in their head that they are going to want to try and negotiate off the price of the home is probably double what it would actually cost you to go out and do this. So this is really relevant for people that have made improvements to the home over time, and like most of us, probably you do a room at a time. So maybe the kitchen is sparkly, wonderful, fantastic and great. The main rooms, bit of paint, decluttering, the things that Kevin's already mentioned, will take care of them. But you have a couple of very tired bathrooms that you've not touched in 15 years since you moved in. And at that point, we would look at it and say, it's probably going to be worthwhile to bring the couple of areas that haven't been done up to the same standard as the rest of the house. And really what we would be doing is looking to work out with you how to get the absolute maximum sale price for the amount of money that you're going to put in for having this work done. So, that being said, Kevin, when should you go all in and actually plan the whole house renovation?
Well, Stu, going all in, it's a big step, and that's why it's very important that you consult a realtor. They're going to walk you through the process and identify the key things that make it possible or make it... Start again. possible. I mean, anything is possible, people. Okay.
So start off on the first one.
Yeah.
You're only going to do it if you're going to be making a big wedge of money.
Yeah. But I don't say wedge.
Most people in Canada don't. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Stu, the only reason to go all in is if you stand to make a large sum of money. And that's why it's important you consult a realtor. They're going to walk you through the process and identify the price ceiling in your area and the scope of work that needs to be done. And this is tied to the size of your home. So these are all factors to keep in mind. Now, most people, they're aware that flipping exists. They've seen it on HGTV or seen it in their neighborhood. However, they don't think it's for them. And the two reasons why is living through the renovation. It's a bit of a hassle, but also the price. Well, Stu and I have talked already, and there's options available to you. You can get a loan that ties to the sale of your home, and that's perfect for a renovation. Now, in terms of the hassle, it can be a bit of a drag when you have to live through a massive renovation. However, you have to ask yourself if this is something that you're willing to do for the end result, which is that large sum of money. And this is all about your own personality and your own lifestyle. So these are all things that the realtor should help you decide. They're not there to do it for you, but this is something that you need to think about yourself, because it is a bit of a work, but in the end it could be worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, Kevin's point is fairly valid. Our job is not to nudge you in any particular direction. It's to make sure that you've got the information that you need to make a reasonable decision that's right for you and your family. So that wraps up for this week. We've been looking mainly at the point of view of the seller this week. Next week is our last segment, and we're actually going to be looking at the buyer, so how to select the right home and go through a little bit more detail than we had beforehand. As always, there are things
Subscribe down below.
That stuff. And we'd be very grateful if you click on them. And thank you very much indeed. Take care.